How would you like to enjoy a hockey game and experience the excitement and thrill of an NHL fight? Have you ever been to a sports game and wanted to capture the heat of the moment? Have you ever made random friends at sports events and bonded over your love for the team? Have you ever experienced that nauseous feeling when your favorite team is losing by 1 point and they have 3 minutes left to score? Today's guest, Victoria Massa, will talk about all these things and so much more. The Humanities Mass Communications Department at Norwalk Community College presents The New Directors, the show that introduces you to television's future writers, directors, and personalities. And now, join our host, Preston Larson, to meet the next new director.
Thank you for joining us for today's edition of The New Directors. All of the people involved with this program are students in the television production course and are directing, switching, controlling audio, operating cameras, and acting as talent for the first time today. The guests you will meet on this show are students who, when not on camera, are behind the scenes working hard to bring this program to you with as few mistakes as possible. Each student has written and directed 4 different productions. This program will give them the chance to talk about themselves, and the productions they've created, and give you the chance to get to know them and enjoy some of the work they've done during the semester. Our guest today is a hockey fan. Her favorite team is the New York Islanders. She spends most of her free time watching or going to hockey games. We would like you to meet today's guest, Victoria Massa.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. So, Victoria, could you tell us why you started to like hockey and who your favorite team is?
Sure. Well, I started to like hockey about 5 or 6 years ago when I went to my first NHL game. I saw the New York Islanders versus the New York Rangers. And if you know anything about hockey, the Islanders and Rangers, they're like huge rival teams.
Right.
So when I went with my brother and my brother-in-law. And I thought I wasn't going to like it at first. I was like, oh, hockey? Who goes to hockey games? And when I went, I kind of just instantly fell in love with the game. Just the excitement, just the whole atmosphere of it was just so cool. Mm-hmm. And the Islanders won, of course. They won 5-0, which was really awesome. And I mean, I just fell in love with it. I follow them. I try to go to at least 1 or 2 games a month. And It's just really, really fun. I take my friends or my family. It's just a great time. It really is. I just enjoy going to the game so much. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Some of my favorite teams that I have saw versus the Islanders are the Toronto Maple Leafs, which is in this video, which was a really, really good game. That's my favorite player, Matt Barzal, number 13. He's just an awesome, awesome player. And yeah, I just really, really have a love for the sport.
That's great.
Yeah. It's actually something I want to do in the future with my job. I want to be a sports reporter for the NHL, so it kind of works out.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
For sure. This was actually one of the most recent games I went to, I think last week. I brought my friend. The Islanders won again, so, I mean, they're a pretty good team. I think they're the best, so.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. It's really good.
You already know.
You already know hockey's the best.
There's your man.
Yeah, there he is again. Great technique.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
So, could you tell us why you decided to take the TV and film production courses?
Well, I've always had an interest in film and TV production and how to properly use a camera and edit videos. And I also took it to learn how a studio is run behind the scenes and how everything operates.
So, what are the most useful things you've learned in this course?
Definitely some of the most useful things I've learned was in the live when we were doing audio and learning how to use the teleprompter and being the host and the guest and being a director. Because as I said, I want to be a sports reporter, so definitely being in front of the camera and learning how to read off a teleprompter really was definitely some of the most useful things I've learned.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And I've heard that you worked on multiple projects in this course. Can you tell us about nature, student studies, cup of tea, and the orange project?
Yeah, of course. Well, the first project we did was Cup of Tea, And I was a little nervous to do it because I'm not good with cameras, so definitely taking it home and working on it was definitely a challenge, but I think I did pretty good. I had my friend help me, which was kind of fun to work with her. A little difficult at times, but I would say, yeah, it was good. It was a good experience, definitely the first one.
I usually use Lipton.
Good tea. That nice zoom in. Second was my student studies, and for this project, definitely I was more comfortable working with the camera. I learned how to add titles and add music, and it was just really fun. I had my parents and my neighbor help me with some, extras in the background, which was cool. I learned how to angle the camera different to get different shots, which was really cool.
Yeah, it's hard to get that tripod all balanced,
Yes.
especially on uneven surfaces.
For sure. Third was my nature project, and for this we learned how to do a poor man's dissolve, continuous zooms in and out, definitely lines of grace and lines of emotion, which was really fun. I think nature was really fun just to go out and shoot it, because it was easy, you didn't have anyone acting in it.
Of course.
And you really got to take in the beauty of it, which was really nice. It was relaxing, definitely, for sure. I had a good time doing this one.
Incredible. Those are some nice shots.
Thanks.
Oh, I like that little shift focus.
And then last but not least, fourth was the orange project. And I think this one was a little difficult to do because you have to make a movie about how an orange comes into your life and then leaves. But the thing is, you can't have any dialogue. So you really have to make the viewers and watchers know what the movie is about. But I had a lot of fun. I had my niece and nephew help me, which was definitely a struggle trying to get them to not look at the camera and just be good little actors and actresses. But they did a good job, I thought.
So there must be one project out of the four that really shows off your skills. Tell me a little bit more about that one.
Yeah, I think my best project was student studies, just because, Cup of Tea was the first one we did, so I was really nervous for that. But then student studies was second, so I got more comfortable with it, just learning how to position the camera differently. And I had my parents help me, which they were good. They calmed my nerves and were like, you got this. So I just really thought it was good because I added music to it. I just really liked this one a lot, how it came out. I thought it was going to be my worst one, but actually editing it and stuff, I was like, you know what, I think this is my best one, so for sure.
Very nice.
Thank you. I had to tell my mom multiple times not to look at the camera.
Is that your comm textbook? You have Shields?
I do.
Great
I
guy.
love Shields. He's good, he's a nice guy.
Don't exactly agree on his politics, but he's funny. I like him. So you mentioned the variety of things you've learned in this course. Tell me, what was the most important skill you've learned throughout your course?
The most important skill I've learned, like I've been saying before, definitely in the live TV production, when we're just learning how to work on audio and the teleprompter and be a director and just learn how a show is run behind the scenes. You really have a great appreciation for it. And to be the host and read off a teleprompter, because I want to be a sports reporter. So just learning how to be in front of the camera and calm your nerves and learn how to project your voice and pronounce your words has really been helpful a lot.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, it was great to see you, Victoria. Today we got to meet with someone who shared with us her love for hockey and her family. As a new TV director, she hopes to apply what she's learned here at NCC to make more videos about hockey. She also plans to use the new knowledge from the TV1 to become a sports reporter in the future. We would like to thank Victoria Massa for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, anytime. We hope you enjoyed meeting one of television's future directors, and we hope you will continue to join us each week to watch our progress. Thank you, and have a great day.
Good job.
This has been The New Directors with your host, Preston Larson. directed by Cara Pepper. I'm your announcer, Jason McKelvey. The New Directors is a Norwalk Community College student production.